Hello Bonnie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm being chauffeured around by Bonnie.
I know. It's a little bit like a mini road trip.
But what we're going to do is, Bonnie's giving a review, guys. What are we reviewing, Bonnie?
We're reviewing my EBC yellow stuff pads that we have fitted. When was it? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about that.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, awesome. Well, why did we fit them? Because
you needed new brake pads, your light came up on your dashboard.
Yeah,
so we replaced them all.
So instead of going in, so my car's going into Mini tomorrow to have some bits doing on it, warranty work. But yeah, I needed new pads, so I didn't want to go for normal stock pads because I wasn't really that impressed with them. Yeah, let me go, thank you. So we spoke to EBC, we sorted out some yellow stuff pads, have fitted them, and it's taken about 400 miles to properly break them in. But I've actually been really impressed. They've properly broken in now. I can do all my heavy braking, drive. I feel a little bit more confident now with my driving and my braking. So that's been really good. And I've actually been really impressed with the whole cold starts as well. So obviously we've been in the minus numbers in the mornings, and I've still been able to have sort of the, what's the word?
Emergency stops.
Yeah, I feel like I've had that. I've been able to brake how I've wanted to brake and not been worrying that because of the cold and then new pads or anything like that. So it just killed us with a dustbin, sorry. So yeah, if anybody's thinking of doing brake upgrades, really consider the yellow stuff pads because yeah, I've been really impressed with them. For a simple little fix of those, I've been really impressed.
Tell it's January and the cold's getting so good. This C63 wagon AMG is back in with us today. Story about this car. We had the customer contact us, the original customer contact us. We put springs and space on jet park cross filters. He then messaged us probably about 3 months ago, maybe so. Said he sold the car and wants to put it back to standard. Got a phone call from this customer saying that he bought the car, went onto YouTube to see what they looked like lowered, and saw pictures of and a video of this car that we previously did. So of course now he's back in today. So this lovely C63 wagon is back in today for IBACs, 20mm drop, 12mm spaces, front and rear, and new park across filters. So it's always good to see repeat cars as well as repeat customers. This car has been on this ramp 3 times now. So initial springs, IBACs, back to standard, and now the IBACs are going to go back on. I wonder if he'll sit again in another couple of years' time, putting back to standard. I'm going to let Jay do a bit of B-roll filming around now, and we'll do some before. And I'll let Jay do a bit of B-roll now, and we'll get some finishing. Stop laughing on the camera, it's really difficult. On that note, I'm going to let Jay go and do the rest of the filming. When the car's finished, we'll get it outside and get some lovely B-roll footage for you. Thank you. I hate this sort of stuff because there's a massive group of people all here looking. Anyway, so got this M3 back in today. It's been in before. It's his second actually M3. He had a normal one, now he's gone for the competition pack. Before he had the springs and spacers and the remus. Today's back in for carbon front, wooded on the side, rear spoiler, ring mirror covers. filters, and the rim is power riser. So the car now should see between 515 and 520 horsepower. It is fast. Day like today, damp greasy roads, 4/5 gear, traction control, so win-win, just bring on the summer. I'll let Jay just do a bit of a B-roll footage of it now. He's probably already done that. And on that note, please tell me, should I buy one of these? Because M2 or one of these. What do you think, Jay?
One of these. The sounds just
The
something
nuts,
else.
before and after, because if you've got that on camera as well, the
Yeah.
valves are closed in efficient mode, so valves open is, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cameraman has to double check he's got his microphone on. Right, end of vlog 3. We had C63 estate in for the second time. As you know, that customer had, well, the previous customer had it lowered by us. We took suspension back off as he sold the car. Another customer bought it, the one that had the car in today. Went onto YouTube, C63 estate, what does it look like lowered? And of course his video come up with that car. So it was nice to see that car again. That's the car that keeps giving. M3, Sales M3, love that car. Been a big fan of how it looks, sounds immense. I love the chrome tailpipes on it. I like that he's thinking behind if something's quite loud, excuse the wind, and it makes a lot of noise, he wants people to be able to see it. As much as the black tailpipes look great and the carbon tailpipes look great as well, they do get a little lost sometimes on a black car, so it's nice to see something a bit different. I like his new CS front, and had his power riser reprogrammed from his previous M4 to his M4 Comp. Bonnie's review on the brake pads. I actually haven't seen the video. Jay and Bonnie went out and did it. It's good. She's noticing a big difference. Now the pads are actually bedding in, she can really feel the difference, which is actually quite good. So her car's back at BMW today for recall on the horn, so she's in a mini JCW works car. Instantly she said the brakes just feel like there's no confidence, it's very spongy, so it's good to go from one to the other, so that's quite an honest review. So we're going to end this one by saying new hoodies. Ta-da! I'll put a link in below, and then they've just come through. Let us know what you think. We have limited numbers at the minute. They are pretty decent quality. Not the other ones were bad anyway, but we're just trying something a bit different, some different styles. We've got some burgundy, some blue, two different types of grey, black. There'd be some more grey, but Jay's got one. What do you reckon, Jay? You like your warm hoodie?
I do. This one's white, actually.
White, grey. Same thing, kind of. Different shades. Anyway, on that note, please click on the link on my hoodie. Thank you.